Hebrew spoken today in Israel is not the same as the Hebrew of the Bible. Hebrew spoken today in Israel is not the same as the Hebrew of the Bible. Hebrew spoken today in Israel is not the same as the Hebrew of the Bible. Biblical Hebrew is related grammatically to Arabic and other Semitic languages. While modern Hebrew is a spoken language that dramatically transformed in the last few hundred years, it is pronounced very differently than Biblical Hebrew probably was.
Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakha Wadash, Yahweh, being the true name of the Father, as the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shah, being the true name of the Son, as the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, along with the Holy Spirit, who taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and to the brothers that's pushing this truth in sincerity, risking life and freedom to do so. And shalom to the brothers and sisters that are listening and learning. This is your brother Labar, coming to you with another lesson in truth. Right, and you saw in the opening of that video, right, more evidence to prove that the people in that land is not the true biblical Israelites. Right, it's too much evidence against these devils. Right, so you saw that they don't even speak the ancient Hebrew or the Paleo Hebrew. The Paleo means ancient Hebrew. Paleo is just a Greek word of saying ancient. I'm going to prove that to you. Right? So let's get into it. Ezekiel 36:5. It says, therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, surely in the fire of my jealousy, I want you to pay attention to this, have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, and against all Idumea, pay attention to this, which have appointed my land. What land is this talking about? The land of Israel, right? Into their possession. So they stole the land, right? 1948, when the state of Israel was created, right? That Balfour Declaration, right? That these Edomites would take possession, right, of the land of Israel, right, in 1948. It said, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Right. So this really got kicked off in 70 AD. Right. But he fully manifested right in 1948 when these devils took possession, complete possession, and relabeled all right, the land of Israel as the state of Israel in 1948. You can look it up. All right, let's go to this word Idumea. So I'm going to show you something. But these people are imposters. We've been trying to tell you. They don't speak the original ancient Hebrew or biblical Hebrew, however you want to say it. All right, they speak a modern Hebrew, which is based on Yiddish, right, and these other languages, right? All right, let's go to this word Idumea. It says H123. All right, this word Idumea means Edom. It says equals red. So they're not so-called white people. They're red people, right? Edom, right here. It says Edomite, Idumean, descendants of Esau. That's very important to know that. So the people that's in that land is Edomites, right? Again, Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. So you got a residue of the heathen that's in that land, and the Edomites have taken possession of that land. The Edomite is the ruling class in the land of Israel right now. Right? So let's go here. So what does paleo mean? I'm going to show you that definite meaning of that word, paleo. So sometimes you hear brothers say paleo Hebrew, but we just say ancient Hebrew or biblical Hebrew. Paleo Hebrew, the word paleo means ancient in the Greek. The origin goes back into a Greek word, which means ancient, right? So paleo is just another way of saying ancient in the Greek tongue. So we didn't speak this modern Hebrew. right? And I'm gonna do Salakia. Let me go here. Let me do one thing at a time. I'm gonna show you something. All right, at the very top, it says Yahweh first disciples were essentially uneducated men, like how you see today. Or we got the spirit of the Most High on us because this is our heritage. This is what we was born to do, right? This is what we was born to be. We are Hebrew Israelites by nationality, right? We're not faking this. We're not trying to be something that we're not, right? Like these people that's in our land calling themselves Jewish. And Jewish, when you go into the words, that's why you got to get into words and the meaning of words. Jewish means something like blackish, reddish, brownish, not what their substance is, but something like something pertaining to that, right? And I want to bring this point out as well. Brothers on fire right now about this. Okay, you can't have a nation, a collective nation of Israel without all 12 tribes united. And that would be prophetic that the Lord will put us back in our land and he will bring the house of Judah and the house of Israel together as one nation, all 12 tribes, right? Because the people that's claiming to be us is claiming to be from the lineage of Judah. And some of them say they from Levi, which is Levi. So what about the other 10 tribes? Where the hell they at? Right? So they go to show you another indication that they're the fake people. It says Yahweh's first disciples were essentially uneducated men who spoke with a distinctive Galilean accent, noted disparagingly in other literature as a corruption of the purer form of Hebrew spoken in Judea. So they spoke Hebrew. Nonetheless, they attended the synagogue with Yahweh and lived Torah observant lifestyles. Check this out. I want to show you this too. Because when you go see this a lot of snares, all right, in the world. You know what I'm saying? It says, I put in Yahweh native tongue, right? And they put Aramaic. It say Aramaic is best known as the language of they say Jesus spoke, which is a lie, right? His native tongue was Hebrew. See how they twist and distort things to hide the truth. That's why you have to have a discerning spirit to search these things out. I'm gonna get back into this. It says, additionally, textual evidence that Yahweh spoke Hebrew includes the fact that he spoke easily with the Samaritan woman at the well. The Samaritans preserved and spoke Hebrew, not Aramaic. Right? You even have the reference scriptures right there. It says, during his last Passover, Seder with his disciple, Yahweh knew the traditional Hebrew blessing, prayers, and hymns. Matthew 26 through 30. The title over Yahweh cross is written in Hebrew. That's another very important piece of information. I think it was Hebrew, Greek, and Latin, if I'm not mistaken, that was written on this plaque when he was crucified. Not Aramaic, as sometimes erroneously translated. John 19 and 20. It says Yahweh later spoke to the Apostle Paul in Hebrew on the road to Damascus, Acts 26 and 14. And Paul gained the silence of the Jerusalem crowd by addressing them in the Hebrew tongue, Acts 21:40, Acts 22 and 2. We go on and on, but yeah, like we spoke ancient Hebrew. The Messiah spoke ancient Hebrew. Paul spoke ancient Hebrew, right? Let me go here. So I'm gonna show you something, right? So we didn't speak no modern Hebrew. That's the point I'm trying to make. The real people of the Lord will be speaking, right? They'll be learning back their original tongue to the best of their abilities. They wouldn't be speaking no modern Hebrew, which is Yiddish and based on other languages mashed together, right? So this would be when you see at the very top, right? That's the modern Hebrew letters. That's like the Assyrian script, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't went over this information in a long time. And you see the row up under it was the white box, right? The white boxes with the black letters. That's ancient Hebrew letters, all right? And you see the pronunciation, right? And another very important point I want to make, all right, in ancient Hebrew or Paleo Hebrew, it does not have the E, O, U, and V sound, right? In the modern Hebrew, it has the E, the O, the U, and the V sounds, right? That's how you know that's not the correct Hebrew, all right? Number one, as you can see to the right, Hebrew is read right to left. That's another important thing to understand. So right here, the pronunciation will be number one, ah, number two, ba, number three, ga, number four, da, so on and so forth. You can screenshot this, right? So the people that's in that land, they don't speak this Hebrew, all right? They speak a modern Hebrew. Let me go back. Let me go here. I want to show you something else because it can get a lot deeper, but I just wanted to kind of keep it simple. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Right at the very top, I put it modern Hebrew, the only vernacular tongue based on an ancient written form. Based on is not the same thing. Was developed in the 19th century and 20th century. It says the language is which most of the Old Testament was written dates as a living language was a line. So this modern Hebrew was created in the 19th century. But if you go back into the Masoretic text, it was around the 6th century to 1000, like 600 AD to 1000 AD, right? When they started tampering with the text, right? And right here, this person right here, Eleazar ben Yehuda. See, that's madness right here. This is that modern Hebrew concept. You see what the E, and a lot of these bug guys call the Messiah name Yeshua, Yeshua, all this madness, man, because they're pulling from the modern Hebrew. They're not using the ancient Hebrew, which I just showed you, the pronunciations. It's as simple as that, right? I'm going to read this. It said, Eleazar ben Yehuda. It says, arriving in Jerusalem in 1881, Ben Yehuda immediately put his plan of Hebrew revival into action, right? So that's when they started to go back into this concept, man, right? Yeah, madness. But the point is, the people that's in that land that's claiming to be us don't speak the ancient Hebrew, right? We do, right? That's how you know more evidence that they're not the people in scripture, going back into Ezekiel 36 and many other precepts, prove that these are not the people, the true Israelites, right? We are. And the Most High will put us back in our own land. This was not going to be done off man, right? But they did that in 1948 when they established the nation of Israel, and they refer to themselves as Israeli and Jewish people, which is all confusion and madness, right? And they don't even believe in the Bible, right? They believe in the Babylonian Talmud, right? And the Kabbalah, all that madness, But yeah, there's more evidence, right? And the scriptures backing it up that these are not the people of the Lord, right? We are. And it's obvious if you got ears, spiritual ears and eyes to see this. You have to have discernment, all right? Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Hala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem Rakak Kodash. Shalom.